Hey guys, just before I get into the video, I want to let you guys know, sorry for not posting recently. I've just been taking a tiny break off YouTube, but don't worry, I'm back, starting right now, of course, and I just want to let you guys know, goals video will be coming up after the disappointing loss, which I'll get into now, because this is the start up again of the preview and reviews, which I'm going to be doing again from now on, but yeah, the goals video will be coming. And clips throughout the week of Carlton will also be coming once again. But anyways, first of all, guys, I do need to say this: the support you guys have given me recently, honestly, I can't thank you guys enough. We're almost at 400 subscribers, and it honestly means the world. It really does. Now that I've got that out of the way, let's get into the video. And I don't even know where to start, man. It's just becoming. There's no words to describe it at this point, man. It's becoming absolutely ridiculous at this point. What we do week in, week out. We always need to play that one bad quarter. That's always going to cost us the game. This time, of course, it had to be the last quarter. Because, the first quarter's not bad enough. It had to be the last quarter this time round. But, in all seriousness, it's a joke. Once again, just like against the Bulldogs, we've gone and we've made a mockery of ourselves. We really have. I could honestly, don't take this the wrong way. Okay, I couldn't care less that we played 3 good quarters. I'll get into those soon. But, if we can't play 4 good quarters, I'm never going to praise our boys for putting up a 3-quarter performance. Because it's not good enough. It never will be good enough. In fact, I wouldn't even call this a 3-quarter performance. In the first quarter, we were playing great. I mean, we gave away a very easy first goal in the first 30 seconds after a stupid free kick. But apart from that, we were playing great up to legit 5 minutes left when they kicked 3 unanswered. Second quarter, that was better. Second quarter was much better. But just once again, they scored unanswered goals on us once again, and it's a kick in the guts when we had so much possession in that second quarter, so much inside 50s, so much contested possessions was the main one. We were up by 20, okay, when we're not ranked high in that at all, And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, second quarter I was okay, there's hope here. And then they go and score unanswered goals, and it's 2 points at half time when we could have easily been 15, 20 points up. We just let it slip. I don't know who the hell was on Heaney. Okay, Heaney was just doing whatever the hell he wanted when he wanted. I'm going to give some credit to Jones because he did a pretty good job on Buddy. Of course, Buddy kicked a few goals, but, I'm still happy with how Jones performed. I reckon he played really well. Of course, once again, Wiedering still carrying that back line of ours. And I'm not going to lie, when the selections came in and I saw Caswell was playing again, I started clapping my hands, man. I legit started clapping my hands, saying, "Yeah, good job, boys." We've brought back in Caswell and we lost. What do you expect? When we're bringing in a player like Caswell, who hasn't been good now for quite a while, okay, and we bring him in, right, and we just expect him. Us as Carlton fans, we expect him to at least do his job. He's been put in the back line and the forward line. It's very confusing where he even plays at this point. Okay. And then out of nowhere, don't fully remember what quarter this was in. Out of nowhere, Gibbons just got injured. Don't even know how. I don't know how at all. I was watching the entire game. Did not see that injury even happen. But then all of a sudden, Murphy's warming up and Murphy comes on, which I'm still kind of okay with. They play similar positions. And I was okay with Murphy being the medical sub. Better than a Paddy Dow or someone, And it just blows my mind how we keep on constantly doing this. Like, I'm sure Teague says something to him. I'm sure Teague says something to him after every week, that why can't we just put up a 4-quarter performance, you know? But once again, we don't, you know? And this isn't a top 4 team we're talking about we didn't do this against. This is a mid-table. This is a mid-ladder team, okay? They're not the best, the Swans, okay? No disrespect to the Swans, but they're not the best, okay? Don't get me wrong, they've had a really good year, and I respect them for, like, everything they've done. You know, they've had a great year with such a young team like us as well, okay? But they're no Bulldogs, they're no Melbourne, okay? Melbourne was different, okay, when we versed them. Like, I don't even think we took the lead once, to be entirely honest. We were out of that game at half time, I reckon. But then the Bulldogs is what hurt me the most. You know, and if you want to go back and watch that live stream, go for. Oh yeah, guys, and that's quickly another thing I'll quickly get into, only like 30 seconds, but I didn't stream this game, you know, because like I said, I was taking a little break off YouTube. I am back now. So therefore, I didn't stream the game. I will be streaming the game against the West Coast, which I will be doing a preview for shortly, probably next couple days. But it's just so irritating that it looks like we have no structure when we play 3, quality quarters of footy, and then we get to the last quarter, and I don't even know what the goals were in the last quarter, but they absolutely flogged us. I think it was like 5 goals to 1, maybe? Because I do remember Cripps kicking a snap in the last quarter, but the game was done by then, so that didn't really matter. But, you know, actually, I do want to give some credit to Cripps, okay? He's had the whole world on his back, okay? Everyone's been going after him, saying they expect more from him. As much as we lost this game, that's the only positive I'm taking away. Okay, I think Cripps actually kicked 3, and about 20 something disposals. I'm not entirely sure, at least I think so. But yeah, so that's the only thing I can say that I'm happy with. That Cripps looked like he got some sort of form back. Okay, oops, sorry about that, guys. It looked like he got some sort of form back. Okay, and we lost because of our 4th quarters. Once again, you know, he hurt the most against the Bulldogs because that game I can say we played 3 bloody amazing quarters. That 3rd quarter in particular, to give us that massive lead. And then last quarter comes, and we somehow, it's like a 40-point turnaround, okay? We were 26 points up or something, bang, turned around, they win by like 20-something points. It's just not okay. Okay, they might have won by like 16 or something. That's not the point. It's not okay with how we keep on doing these performances week in, week out. It's not okay. It never will be okay. We've been doing it for the last 5-10 years. Okay, probably not 10, but last 5 years now. We've been doing. I mean, well, it's been about 10 years since we've actually made the finals in the first place. With such high expectations going into this season for us, okay? Not like high expectations, but, you know, we were expected to actually make finals this year. And, you know, I was with us all. Doherty got on the mic before the season started, and he was like, we're feeling confident, I'm feeling confident, you know, like, you know, when our captain's saying they're feeling confident, we're all feeling confident, you know, and then it just happens again. Week in, week out, this is what we do. 3-quarter performances won't win you games, they never will, okay, unless you're legit up by 50 points. They're not going to win you games. And it is absolutely ridiculous that we constantly keep on dishing out three-quarter performances. I can't think of one, probably apart from against Fremantle, I cannot think of one good four-quarter performance we've actually put out this year. We cannot beat a team inside of the top 8 right now. We have bet this year Fremantle, Gold Coast, Hawthorn, okay? Now that was an expected win. Like, thank God if we lost that game, oh my God, I would have lost it. But thank God we won that game, and I think we've actually won one more. And Essendon, okay? To be fair, Essendon as much as I have to bloody say, Essendon are going pretty good this year, okay? They came off a massive win against West Coast at Optus, which I honestly, as much as I hate the Bombers, man, I hate them with a bloody passion. You got to give them. I applaud that because that was an absolutely insane performance by the boys, by the Bombers, and it's now we need the thing that now annoys me the most, which I'll get more into the preview. Against West Coast, I'll get more into it then, is that now a game that was scheduled to be at the MCG due to COVID restrictions now here where I am in Melbourne, it's going to be up in... we had the choice to where we wanted to play this. We had some options. They gave us options. They said either Perth Stadium, Optus Stadium, or the SCG, I believe, were the only two options. And of course, we were never ever going to say Optus because, one, that's West Coast's home. Massive disadvantage for us if we play at Optus when it was meant to be our home game at the G. So I think it's going to be played at the SCG now in Sydney. So yeah, I guess, but I will get more into that in the preview, like I said just before. Yeah, look guys, when I come onto these and do these reviews and do these previews, I don't have like something I'm reading off, That's why I try to look at the camera as much as I can, Sometimes I'll always look away just in disappointment after a loss. It's just what I do. I look around bloody my room sometimes, I don't know why. But, it's not okay how we're performing. And quickly getting back to that, I don't have something I read off like a script, like actors do. Okay, it's all just raw emotions that I get, when I do these previews and reviews. Okay, I don't have anything to read off. I'm not doing that. I don't have something next to me right now that I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, and then say it. Nah, this is all off like the top of my head. Okay, because not really off the top of my head, but just everything I saw happen, I'm going to mention. Because I just feel like, that's why I try to get them out as quick as I can, So that's why I say, I say what I say. I say what I say because, it needs to be said. Someone needs to say it. And I know I'm not the only one to do these previews, of course. I watch two other guys that do these previews. There's obviously Blue Aboard, and I also watch Pommy do them as well. But yeah, those are the only two I watch do these reviews. And, they're just as pissed as me. They're just as sick of it as I am. And I'm not going to speak on their behalf, of course. So, I'm just going to move on from that. But, those are the two guys that, I watch when they do the reviews and previews. But, there was so many good things were happening in that game for us against the Swans. Zach Williams banged another goal. That was a pretty good goal. Eddie Betts, masterclass. Okay, what a brilliant goal. He almost scored another one identical, but he bounced into the bloody post. That's the worst bounce ever. And yeah, guys, I'm sorry about the rant, but there will be rants on my channel when Carlton lose, especially if we lose like we did against the Swans, like we did against the Bulldogs. That's another thing I want to quickly get off my chest, because I know I have still been posting when we lost like the Dogs and when we lost to Melbourne. A big thing that I want you guys to know is that the Bulldogs game most really hit me hard. Okay? Like, if you were watching my live stream at the time, I was absolutely livid. Absolutely fuming after that game. I couldn't even... Because my mates that watch my channel, they're not Carlton supporters, but they watch my channel. And, just watching us, and they were all like, they were giving it to me because when we choked against Bulldogs, they were like, when are you going to post a preview? And I was just like, I'm not doing it. I mean, the review, sorry. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And ever since that Bulldogs loss, it really affected me pretty hard, I'm not going to lie. Like, obviously, not like mentally or anything, but I was just so fed up with how we always give away these leads, how we always don't play 4 quarters. I didn't want to go onto and do a review because of how hard I would have gone at Carlton that game, and I didn't want to do that, and therefore I kind of lost motivation to do my reviews and previews. But now I'm back, and no matter what happens this season, I will keep on doing these reviews and previews. I can promise you guys that they will be coming. I might be a bit late, because I do have a lot of other things planned in terms of like a lot of other things I need to record. Like, for example, AFL 360, AFL Tonight, of course, On The Couch. Should be getting something about that tonight if they talk about the Blues, which I'm sure they will, after we, play 3 good quarters and then give away a 4th quarter lead, Well, not a lead, but just play bad in the 4th quarter, 3 quarters once again. And I guess the big thing is that if we keep on playing like this, I don't know when we're going to make final. It drives me insane, man. It really does. Like, this is the 2nd worst loss I've seen from us this year, behind Bulldogs. And then probably after that, it would have to be probably Collingwood, even though that was really early in the season. But yeah, it's just so goddamn frustrating. Not gonna lie, when we get back from the bye, I think we've got a fairly decent fixture, which is a bit of a 50-50. We've got teams late on, like round 19. We've got North Melbourne, I believe, which obviously should be a win. We've got teams round 18. I think we've got Collingwood, which, oh my god, that game's going to be bizarre if we lose after the way they've been going recently. It's just a joke. It's an absolute joke. And no matter what, I will legit lose my mind if we keep on playing like this. Because I can't even comprehend what I saw us do in that 4th quarter. It was so bad. I had so much hope at 3-quarter time. I think we were just down by 4 points at 3-quarter time break. And we go and just dish up rubbish in the 4th quarter. It's like no one's going to remember the hard work that we did in those first 3 quarters now. We certainly don't care as fans after what we did in those first 3 quarters, because it doesn't matter what we did in those first 3 quarters, because in the last quarter, we've gone and we've lost. Like, we have gone and not only lost, we've got like probably, I think it was about 4 or 5 unanswered goals on us, and we've lost by 22 points or something. Well, over 20 points, I know that much. Like, it's just ridiculous. How can a team keep on dishing up these performances? And honestly, if it continues like this, we're gonna lose. Like, I'm not counting us out of finals just yet, But I can tell you, if that win against the Swans would have been massive, I believe, I'm not going to get up on my phone now because I don't want to waste time here. Like, I was just going to get up the ladder. But I believe we're still in 13th, might have moved down to 14th. And we have West Coast next week. It's not going to be at Optus. By the looks of things, it's going to be in Sydney. It definitely, unfortunately, will not be down here. So that's a massive test for us, because I can guarantee one thing, they're probably, even though I would say shock loss to the Bombers after, they did actually choke the lead at half-time. So, I do believe that West Coast will be a top 4 team this year. I believe they'll get top 4. So this is a massive test for us. Against top 4 teams this year, Bulldogs, not even going to get into that. Lost against Melbourne, just fair and square, bloody things happened. We got dominated basically the entire game. Defence was just too good for us. Harry Mackay had a bit of an injury as well, which doesn't help. And now West Coast. And of course Richmond. Obviously they're not going too good right now, believe it or not. But, they're still going to be considered a top 4 team after winning the last 2 premierships. So, we've lost to all 3 of them. Against Richmond, I cut us some slack because it was round 1. Now, this is big, because this could potentially be the top 4. It could very well be Richmond, West Coast, Melbourne and Bulldogs in the top 4 this year. It very, very well could be that. And now we've got West Coast. I don't actually know where West Coast sit in the ladder right now, to be fair. I will actually look that up real quick. I just want to know where they sit in the ladder, because I'm not entirely sure. Where actually are West Coast? Okay, West Coast is actually sitting 7th right now. So they're not doing too good either. We're 2 wins. Since I've got the ladder up, might as well talk about it. We are 2 wins outside of the top 8. And teams are going to keep on winning that are outside of the top 8. Like, for example, in Essendon, GWS, Fremantle, St Kilda, who are all above us. We are still in 13th. We've been in 13th for like 3 weeks now. But yeah, like, the biggest thing is our percentage is actually really good. Okay, we actually have a really good percentage. The only team that has a better percentage than us actually outside of that 8 is Essendon, and their percentage is much higher than ours at 106.2, where we are sitting at 93.9. That is the second highest percentage outside of the top 8. Now, it's a tough pill to swallow, man, but I don't know if we're going to make finals this year, because we're 2 games outside of the top 8, okay? We're doing performances like that again. If we do... Okay, I'm going to make this very clear now, because the bye's right after this. If we lose to West Coast, finals are out of the window, There's no doubt about that. We will not make finals if we lose to West Coast, because we'll most likely be 3 games outside of the top 8 if we lose to West Coast, because that's basically 2 losses in a row. And why I say that is because we've got the bye right after West Coast, and teams are only going to keep winning, and if we keep on losing, then it's obviously ridiculous. So Harry Mackay is the last thing I want to get into in this review. Sorry, I keep messing it up all the time. But Harry Mackay, he could have actually put us back in this game in the last quarter, but he bottled it. Hard goal. I think he kicked 0 goals 3, maybe even 0 goals 4 in that last quarter alone. Like, those 4 goals could have been very bloody handy. I think he kicked 3 goals 5 for the match. He could have had a massive day out. We could have had a massive day out. Because that would have put us right up to 10th. We would have been in 10th if we bet Sydney yesterday. But of course, we don't. Yay. And now, we're almost back to square one, because we've got West Coast this week. It's gonna be a decent challenge, no doubt about that. I reckon we can do it once again. Not gonna talk too much about that today, because the preview for that will be coming out in the next couple of days. But guys, I'm going to end it there. This has been my longest preview or review yet, but I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm really sorry about I don't even know if you guys can hear that, but there's a plane just going out behind me. But I am going to end it there for now, guys. I love you guys. The support recently has been insane. The last 28 days, I think we've gained over 150 subscribers, which has been absolutely mental. And yeah, you know, I'm just going to leave it there for now, guys. But hey, love you guys, man. Peace out, Blue Bags Express. That's it. And, of course, go Blues. I'll see you guys for the preview against West Coast in a couple days. Love you guys, man. Peace out.